Evening, everybody. This is DrHack, and we're just going to play several 5-minute drills in the King's Indian. I'm sorry, 2-minute drills. You should play 5-minute drills if you have time. And I'm just going to share my thoughts about how I'm picking the moves out and how I'm remembering them. So let's do this. I think this is the best way to find especially holes that we have in our openings. And this one, I think we're familiar with this position quite from the video. We've seen it 2 or 3 times. This one, however, not so much. Okay, so we would expect the knight to be here, stopping us from playing e5, but it's not there. But we still blocked his queen from g4. So this is a very strange move. Okay, now I don't need to do anything about it yet, because when you see a strange move like that, the reason why it's strange is because it's stopping him from developing normally. His bishop would love to be there. And so he's going to tangle himself up as the game goes on. So I'm going to continue on with my ideas, and I'm going to wait and see one more move. Okay, and I suspect now that his knight's not here that e5 is going to be very easy for me to play. Now I'm also going to take a thought here, and that thought is that maybe I should go with c5 and just open the game, you know, down the diagonal instead, because of the way that he's played this. A little bit extra time. Probably going to be aggressive kingside, I would suppose. So we maybe want to keep our options flexible here. So I'm thinking c5 is better. He hasn't stopped it, right? He didn't try to stop any of it. Okay, and now we know from what we know that we need to break these apart. We're not going to waste any time on this one, guys. Expected this this aggression, I think. Okay, now I would really like to get through the middle, if I can. Is there anything here besides rook to e8? Could play knight to d7 as well. I think rook to e8 is the move. Got it in, right? Nice. All right, let's check how we did. First, we run the computer analysis, and if it's perfect, we don't spend a lot of time on it, so we know our thoughts were good. If it doesn't, yeah, it's fine. If it doesn't come out like this, where we were actually playing quite well, and then all of a sudden we got, you know, equalized, then we'll go back and we'll try to change our thoughts to have better thoughts, right? But here we had, our thoughts are great. We're cruising along right with the strongest stockfish computer, which is great. Let's do it again. Okay, there we go. Okay, a little bit strange. This could turn out to be something different, or it could turn out to be a main line. Okay, it's a main line. Okay, so we just transposed into a main line, and he is maybe possibly thinking about g4. If he does that, remember, we want to play through the middle as quick as we can and try to break open the center. And we do that with the c5 move, not with the e5 move. Okay, so we kind of get that. We remember that. The other thing that I think is that we could play c5 right now, or we could bring our knight to d7 first. And I don't know that I have a preference on this. I think we've been, in our opening, we've been playing the knight to d7 first. I think I'm going to stick with that so it's familiar for everybody. He never played G. So I'm going to take this on a little bit differently then, because this is another weird move. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the pawn to e5 and get this to clear up, and maybe it'll clear it by taking, maybe it'll clear it by pushing, maybe I'll have to take it. I don't know. But then I'm going to figure out what to do with this knight so that the f pawn can become movable. And I'm going to see if I can't get something to happen on the king side of the board. So I'm going to go with e5, even though, you know, if our opponent were immediately to go g4, that would be weird, right? We'd have to take the pawn in the middle and play game. So now that he's done this, I know that these are my children. I got to take care of them with a move like a5. I don't have to do it yet because this move isn't coming yet. Not until the bishop ends up here or something, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the knight out of the way so that I can play f5. And I'm putting it on h specifically for a reason. I want to induce him to play g5 because I want the bishop to be up here, or the knight to be up there. I want this to happen. You know, and I didn't expect it to happen, right? But I wanted it to happen. And then I'm going to go a5. Okay, and I'm pretty confident in these moves. I think we're doing quite well, and I think that was also the best move that he could have played. So now we're going to go probably f6, and then we're going to play a game. Maybe f6 and then straight up f5 right away. Yeah. Let's see. How did we do? Was it terrible? Maybe that a5 move was terrible. No, it was fine. Stockfish played. Yeah, I think Stockfish played much better that opening. It was a really nice opening from Stockfish. So I would expect it to have a hard time there because we're playing black. Let's do one more. Now, if you're curious how I did this, this is an FEN string, and I did from position, and I just pasted the FEN, which put the position in here. You could also come into this play feature with the computer and then just put the board up and move the pieces to where you wanted them, and it would create this for you. But it saves it every time you come back to it unless you change it. So that's how I've done this. King's Indian mainline. Yep, mainline. Oh, mainline. Okay, and we know this one. We've trained for this. Knight d7. Oh, okay. Now in our video, we decided that we could go here or here, but I think when we played knight to g4, the bishop coming here became slightly annoying for our e-pawn to move. So I decided in mind that I would play e5 first and then knight up here to get rid of the bishop. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Now, let me just hold the phone real quick and slow this down. Hold, please. Yeah, because if I go here, this bishop comes there, and I'm going to be forced to put a pawn at f6. Is that really what I want? I have a feeling I know what the computer will say. The computer will say, do some weird sacrifice, like knight out here. But that's not a move that I understand nor condone. Okay? But if I wanted to play perfectly, I would probably do that. I'm thinking the knight g4 move is a great idea. Because the worst case scenario, we play f6 and our knight ends up in a place that helps the pawn move. So this is forced now, right? And now I think that we can just go straight up f5. And if the bishop comes back, I can kind of drop back with this. Yeah. So I think our attack is actually getting off the ground. Okay, now wait. Do I want to take a minute here and take care of my children's squares? Do I want to stop him from playing b4, basically? And I think the answer to that is yes. So let's do that. Okay, and this is expected behavior. And this is somewhat expected behavior, but he gave me the square back if I want it later. Huh. I can't see a reason not to just play knight c5. All right, we got quite far into that one. Holy smokes, 12 moves. I felt like that was a very comfortable position to play. So now we get to find out if that comfort was justified or if I need to attune myself. Oh, that comfort was justified. We were playing quite well. Again, Stockfish was playing excellent, right? So it's hard when they're playing the best move over and over and over again and never making a single error to get ahead. But we can hang with it, which is good. That's what we're trying to do. Always play somebody better than you at this drill. One more. Okay, so it looks like we're thinking about g4. We know that that's bad for him, so we're going to let him do it. And now we've got the two bishops stacked again. So if I were thinking about this, from a computer's eyes, I would probably play c5. because boy, that's really hard to calculate. No, I think we just lose a pawn there. How do we get it back? How do we get the pawn back, guys? Why would a... Why would that move strike me as something I've seen a computer play? I don't even know. I think we're going to go with the e5 move in this one. Okay. And now we do have to take care of these squares. If he plays the knight out, we can come chase the bishop away. We've seen that before. Yeah, let's take care of our squares. Yeah, we've seen this before. Oh, you know what? We haven't seen this before. I missed something. Our knight would be here normally. Interesting. So now he's about to play... No, he's not. No, he's not. He's about to play here, maybe. With this discovery. I think we're just going to go ahead and bring the knight out of danger for a minute while we consider ways to get f5 to work. But this knight definitely has to come in, right? Knight d2. He's thinking about f4. Well, okay. Looks like we did quite well in this one. The masters are winning a ton. I see this database up here. Yeah, we pulled it back at the end. So we actually outplayed Stockfish on that one. It's great. Which means we're very happy with how it went. I'm going to go back and I want to see that move that I was really stuck on that I thought I had seen a computer play c5. Second most popular move, but masters aren't winning with it that much. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Maybe this was a different position. I mean, white isn't winning by that much, right? For this whole pawn. It's some kind of gambit that I just don't understand why it's there. Interesting. Yeah, I have no idea, guys. I have no idea. Cool. But we did well in this one, right? We're happy with how we did. We kind of pulled it back and started winning. Good. Again. Drill it until it hurts, guys. Drill it until it hurts. Okay. Mainline. 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 And we chose this one, right? Ah, that's new. Well, there's the square that he left behind. Let's take it over. And then let's try to get rid of the pawns in the middle. How about e6 on this one? Wow, what's with that move? If you were him, oh, I see. It's thinking this knight's coming here, and we're going to try to pressure that really quickly here. I mean, it's not a stupid idea. So, but it's, you know, e6 is probably a move. Knight c5 is probably the best move. It has to be, right? c5. I don't know that weakening this square, right, is the right idea, because that is one of our weaknesses. And we've already moved this pawn, so it's weaker. So I don't like that one very much. I think I do like e6. If I play the knight to here, potentially this comes, and I don't get the tempo because I can take my knight. So I'm gonna go with e6 on this move, and then if it plays the bishop out, we'll take evasive action. Then let's go ahead and take this off the board. Now that's random, right? This looks random. Can we just go win that e-pawn? Oh no, because the bishop's going to pin our knight. Okay, yeah, so I get what's going on here, but I think that this rook e8 move is so strong. I'm going to watch out for this, because it would be hitting both of these, and I couldn't defend it again. So perhaps c6 or c5 are the only moves here. Or knight here. Knight here's better. Yeah. Now maybe b6. Okay, or maybe just rook e8 there. Didn't have time to think about it. See how we did? Again, we're not doing great, but we're keeping up with what the computer's doing, which is fine. Where was this? Oh, we could have played this before. Hang on. Scroll up, dude. You can't see the whole board. Oh, that is... Oh, I knew this one. Oh, I'm so sad that I overlooked it. Because this is only defended one time, and so for a single turn, you can get a tempo out of it by doing this. Now, it would have ended up in the exact same position if I played a5 here. What the computer is suggesting is that playing a5 is a waste of time in this one. That's what it's suggesting. It's saying b4 is not such a bad idea for him. Because what in the heck is this? We are stopping b4 by tactic. This was a waste of time. We didn't need it. I just learned something huge. Look down the diagonal, DrHack. Look down the diagonal. Wow. Again. King's Indian. Yep. Mainline. Yep. We're familiar with this, right? Okay. Now I mean, I know our consistent idea is this. I really like that one. Okay, we'll do this. It's fine. Oh, and he's doing it to us again. He just wants us to play this move. Perfect. We'll take it every time, dude. Every time. Okay, now I really like this move. Again, I just think it's so strong. And he's not threatening to play this, but we had this problem before. No, we've had this exact same line before as the problem, and it was fine. We didn't do anything wrong in that one. And now the question is, do we stop this? We're already stopping it. Perfect. This move would be met by g3. We don't want to do that. I think last time we might have even tried this move. Right now, which we decided was premature. Oh no, last time he did this and we had to play that. Okay, well, seems right. Weird. But okay. I'm very curious about this move now. Must be right. Because now if he takes it, then our piece landing here is just going to be great. I think our piece landing here is great now. What do you mean? Are we just ahead here? Did we just crack Stockfish's opening? I think we might have. Because letting a pawn go on f4 with the bishop open now is really fantastic for black. And the fact that we have all these squares locked down, too. I think we're just crushing the computer on this one. This is so bizarre. I have never been ahead on move 12 before. Against Stockfish 8. The irony is that, you know, if I had been playing this in a longer game, I would have totally tried to win this. I'd have been like, whoa, I never get this good. All right, well, let's see how we did, and then we'll call it here. But that seemed to go really, really awkwardly well. Okay, it's fine, right? It's fine. We overestimated our position, like always. Like always. But look, like the master who got this position, he's winning. And he beat a higher rated guy. You know, this is huge. I love this position. Okay, all right. That's enough for now. I hope this helps somebody. You guys train until you puke and then jump up and down in it, right? This 2-minute drill. Get your opening out, whichever one you're doing at the time. Set up the original position that you want to train and just go, right? Do. You guys have a great week. See you on Wednesday for some drills. Take care now. Bye.